So we're on to my three, and that is a guy who we've already actually discussed. It's a guy who has been popular in this crew, and that's James Taylor.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
an important part of this season, I really hope.
I hope so.
So we've discussed him at length. I don't think we need to go into too much depth.
Let's talk about him
Getting
some
kind of
more.
late. I know you guys, you listeners, don't know, but it's getting, I think, past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still have to watch the challenge.
Oh yeah. I
Um,
DVR'd I DVR'd the conference finals, so I have a kind of a long night ahead if I actually watch that thing.
all right, so I am gonna doubt that this guy is on either of your lists because he is a midget. Um,
Definitely not on my
but
list.
I picked him. This might not be very sensitive of me, but I don't give a shit. I picked him because he looks like Aladdin. It's
See,
Ali.
as a Jew, you maybe can't say things like that.
Yeah, probably not.
You're already so loved in that part of the world.
But Aladdin is the hottest Disney prince, and Ali looks like him.
Ollie,
I
Ali?
also didn't really hate anything he said. He had like a pretty good, like well chosen movie choices because he had like the smart funny Midnight in Paris, the dumb funny Dumb and Dumber, and the like hipster funny Her.
How did Her get so popular with
I
this
don't know.
crew?
Maybe they all watched it on the plane or something.
I feel like that had to have happened. Maybe
they're
it was
all
like
on
a
the
date.
same flight and her was on.
Yeah.
They flew them to these interviews and like her was the like
Because
the
it
movie on the
wasn't that
plane.
popular.
I mean, it's 2 years old, but maybe it was on the plane.
It's a total like date movie though.
Yeah.
I saw it by myself, but on a Friday night.
That's a great Friday.
Yeah.
Did you then like start like Googling like questions?
No, I was on like a big diet, and I allowed myself to get a bunch of candy and stuff and go see Her. It was my treat yourself.
Oh, it was a theater solo Friday night.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Love it.
And then did
In dry January 2 years ago, where I actually got drunk 5 times.
Did you talk to Siri the whole way home then in hopes that she'd be your new
I
girlfriend?
slept with my phone on my pillow. All right, so you know what? If I would have gone, for those that don't know, when you look at this online, you'll see it's alphabetical. So this was the second guy I saw, and my note was just boring. If I went through him after 18 other guys, he might have been less than boring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, the early guys like definitely took like it was harder for them. Ollie, like he's actually he lists his height at 5'8". I believe he's 5'8" because Alex, who lists himself as 5'7", is like 4 inches shorter than him.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
All right, I mean, as the short guys go, he's your best option.
Yeah, he also, like, in that group picture kind of looks like the main guy from the Mindy show. And that guy's pretty hot, too. And he's short, so.
Wait, like the Italian, like the
Yeah,
I haven't seen the show in a while, but yeah, I know.
me either. I don't remember his name. I quit that show, but yeah, that guy.
Yeah, he's in like movies and stuff too, randomly.
Yeah.
Right? He's like in like Argo and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll just talk about this guy and never say his name, but that's how this is gonna work. All right, Brendan, who's your number 3 bachelor?
My number 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, number 2. My bad.
I'll say, not since Seal have roses been as kind to African American males in entertainment as I am going to be right now. I wrote that joke. Maybe it wasn't my finest joke, but gonna go with it. My number 2 is Grant, who Carly did point out is kind of a player. But let's be real.
I like
He's
Grant.
a firefighter. Pretty good looking. Also looks like he could be on the USA men's national team.
Totally. He
Mhm.
definitely has that like black soccer player vibe. Whereas Grant's some of the rest
but
of them.
just the modesty of the profile. You get this a lot with like the firefighters, the cops, the soldiers. Greatest achievement to date: saving a life. Next question.
That's amazing. Also, he once
Evaded
evaded police in Mexico.
on an ATV in Mexico.
That's an amazing
Was he on
story.
Breaking Bad?
I assume it was a drug run.
So I went with him number 2.
I really like Grant. I should have maybe put him higher. I just feel like firefighter is not what JoJo's looking for, and her brothers won't accept that.
I think if her brothers are as crazy as you think, I think there's a lot about Grant they won't be accepting.
I don't know if they're racist, though. You can be crazy and not be racist. It's true.
Yes.
So are we on your number 2, Carly?
Yeah. This is, like I said earlier, I didn't put him number 1, but I'm pretty sure he'll be America's number 1 and probably JoJo's number 1. It's Jordan Rogers.
Yep, he's my number 2 as well, Jordan Rogers.
I agree that he'd be a great next Bachelor, though, too, so maybe he will end up second.
Horrible haircut.
Terrible hair.
It's not good.
Horrible fucking
It is
haircut.
really bad. And, like, I mean, his entire appeal comes from the fact that he's related to Aaron Rodgers. Like, I don't...
Hasn't
like,
JoJo dated actual athletes before, though, in real life?
Yeah, I think so.
I need to figure this out.
He did have some funny lines in his thing with the Vince Vaughn.
Oh, I love that.
Is that a joke?
I like that.
Is it a joke or is it serious? Because there's a huge difference.
I don't know.
If that's a joke, I love him.
It's serious. It's serious. As a torn ACL. This is some serious shit right here.
I don't know. I think it might be funny because he had the other funny thing where it was like, what's the craziest thing you've ever done or whatever? And he's like, tried to hang a TV without a stud finder.
Yeah, that is kind
Which
of
is
a
like
joke.
kind of actual funny. I don't know.
Well, that's just something that stupid people do. Like, I would totally do that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like him.
If that's a joke, I might love him.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, he can't be smart enough to be... He can't have enough...
He went to Vanderbilt, dude!
As a JUCO transfer.
It's true. It's true. Is he the
So
first
that's
college
how it
graduate
works.
in his family?
I doubt it.
Because we know Aaron didn't graduate college because he's a fucking idiot.
Is he the first straight male to play professional football in his family?
I don't know if you can count him as playing.
Yeah, he never actually like received a snap in a game.
Oh, hell.
I love.
This guy was like...
This
This guy was like the 5th quarterback.
I feel like didn't they grow up like like they grew up like in Orange County, didn't they? They're like
I read this thing last week
well off.
that quarterbacks are always rich. This thing I read was like, 15 of the 18 quarterbacks drafted in the NFL were of above average means. Because you pay for like personal coaching and all that stuff.
Yeah,
it's a
sure.
big thing, for sure.
So,
But then they went to junior college. Though, both of them went to junior college.
Well, they just didn't get... I mean, that could be they just didn't get recruited.
Yeah, well, they should have paid somebody to recruit.
like maybe I don't know.
Yeah, but you're right though. I think a lot of NFL quarterbacks have money.
Which is just the way it should be, because they're the highest paid players and they come from the most. That's just the American dream. Usually their dads are like an ex-quarterback or like run a hedge fund like Tom Brady's fucking dad.
In like 20 years, when there's like 6 little Mannings running around the NFL, the percentages are just going to be higher.
Oh, dude, there's going to be like 9. 3 from each. Don't forget about Cooper.
Oh yeah, Cooper has the good genes too.
Yeah,
Like
as long as that
Aw.
mutant genetics doesn't eat everyone else's spine.
Yeah, I bet like one of the 3 is going to get it. So like only 2 of
What
his
did-
kids are going to the NFL.
Steve, what did Paul say was wrong with Cooper? Like he said something like he had like cerebral palsy or something. Like
Yeah. Or something like it. I think is his exact quote, which is not at all a Cooper Manning.
no. Aaron and Jordan Rogers' dad was a chiropractor, so he went to some sort of college, I guess.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe. Do you have to go to college to be a chiropractor?
I don't know. I think so.
One of the
like
guys
massage.
on this show left a successful career in chiropractic to open his own gym.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that guy.
I was like, you left a massage parlor for an export.
So also though, is Jordan one of the many people on the show who, based on their occupation, are unemployed?
Yeah, I think he might be.
Because there's a few of
he
them.
could just say that he's Johnny Drama of his brother's entourage.
He could say actor since he was in Pitch Perfect too. That would have been a great one. Just
You
go
can
with
say
actor.
future Dancing with the Stars competitor because that's what he's going to be in about 6 months.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah. I don't know. I think he'll be. I think he'll be one where even if she wants to eliminate him, at some point the producer's like, "Yo, we got to keep him around. We haven't brought Aaron and Olivia on yet."
Oh yeah.
So he'll stick around longer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, and Olivia is for sure gonna show up because X-Men Apocalypse is gonna come out in about a month.
Yeah. So they'll have to get her on the show somehow.
Maybe
Yeah.
Sansa will be there too.
That would be great.
Yeah.
So I guess we're to our number ones now since we both had Jordan Rogers as number 2.
Yep.
I mean, we talked about him. I mean, I can't look at his eyes too much or I'll get lost. And that's Derek. Tan skin, 6'3", dreamy eyes. I mean, admires Ben Franklin. Just sounds like a great guy.
Commercial banker.
Commercial banker? I don't know. That could mean anything from working being a teller at Chase to being on Wall Street. I have no clue.
Right.
This guy seems like he's pretty rich.
I agree. That's why I think he's gonna win. I think he's good looking, tall, muscular, rich. That's how you win The Bachelor. That's how you win The Bachelorette. I think that's exactly what JoJo's looking for. And JoJo is very, very vaguely ethnic. You can't. She doesn't look like it, but her mom
has an accent.
Has a Hispanic accent. So and he has darker skin. He's probably just tan. So that just works.
Yep. Sure.
So I think they're a good couple. Who are your number ones?
Mine, we've talked about him. I think you guys both had him somewhere. I'm going to say if Aaron Rodgers' brother somehow dies, cliff diving in Fiji or wherever they go, this guy wins. And I think it is probably because he's the same as Chad, but he's the good version. It's Chase.
Chase, the taller Chad.
I actually, so if you can recall, Steve, at one point right before your wedding, I asked you who you thought Jess's best looking friend was.
By the way, I had the greatest answer of all time for this.
It was the greatest answer of all time. You said it was our friend Matt Binkowski, who is a guy. You knew you weren't going to get in trouble, and you knew it was true because he is our best looking friend. And this guy, Chase, reminds me a lot of Matt Binkowski. He's tall, beardy, lanky. He's got a lion tattoo.
I also think I didn't hesitate when I made that answer.
Yeah, no. It was right off the top of your head. And that was on video that was shown at her bridal shower. So you did really well with that one.
Yeah, it was the only option.
Yeah. But this guy reminds me a lot of that guy, and he's one of my oldest and best friends, and he's really good-looking dude, and he's kind of like Chase, so I put Chase at number 1.
Also, I highly suggest that move I did if anybody gets stuck into that trap at a bridal shower. It just lists off a guy. It's funny, and you can't get in any trouble. 5 years later when, you're talking to some girl that you listed as her most attractive friend at a party.
That's a great point. That is totally something that would derail a marriage. You might have just saved a non-existent marriage.
I hope I did. I hope I saved a future marriage.
Yeah.
It might be the best thing that's come out of this podcast is me saving a marriage.
And Ashley won't listen to 65 minutes, so she won't know that this ever happened.
We have no clue how long this is, considering how many technical difficulties and how much I'm going to add it.
All right, so my number 1 is Jake.
Oh, nice.
Jake's pretty great.
He is great.
Really?
I don't know why I was belittling his career. I hope he really is a golf course architect.
Me too.
He also is doing the rare V-neck under a button-up move.
Yeah, which is kind of hip.
Yeah, I like it.
Be hip to pull it off.
That button-up is short sleeve too.
Yeah, you know what? I kind of feel like I should have put Jake on my list.
Jake's raised eyebrow he's got that rock pose going on,
But it looks natural.
But he looks
like he's
nice
a funny
doing
guy.
it. Yeah.
He does look funny.
Yeah, I love Jake.
But not in that he looks like a goofball. He just looks like he's funny. Ninja Turtles 3.
I see him. That looks like a comedian's headshot to me.
Yeah.
Actors are usually a little more serious.
Yeah, you know
Like
what?
Grant.
Grant as an actor headshot.
Yeah,
Grant is going to be on Chicago Fire, Chicago Med.
No,
He's never gonna
he's
speak a
not.
word at any of those shows. He's just an extra.
He is not, because
Well, those are ABC
NBC
shows. Those are NBC shows. You're right, but
Yeah.
NBC is the Cops and Doctors Network.
He'll be on Grey's Anatomy.
As like an EMT
Yeah.
or something like that.
Mhm.
Is there a vampire show he could get on too? Because I feel like he could be a good vampire.
Evan
It's
could
like
be
come
a
and gone. The
vampire.
vampire thing kind of feels like.
We're just pure zombie land right now. We've like completely moved from vampires to zombies.
Which is a shame because vampires.
Vampires.
That's what we're
Nobody
at
wants
in
some
my
True Blood.
syllables. Vampires. Way more sexy than zombies.
I don't know, man. We just haven't tried to get sexy zombies enough, I don't think.
I think Evan and Daniel could be on a vampire show too.
Oh, and we need to talk about it. So we've all listed our number ones. I think Derek's going to win. I think Jordan's the next Bachelor. I think that makes the most sense in my brain. But Evan, have we talked about Evan?
No, Evan is a fucking creep though.
We need to at least bring up Evan before we move along.
Yes.
His profession, right?
Yeah.
If I recall off the top of my head, he's definitely a vampire. He's also wearing looks like
A leotard.
he might be wearing like a V-neck Under Armour like shirt. Like I don't even know what it is.
I picture that as like a short sleeve like ballerina like leotard.
It might
It looks
be.
so tight.
He's an erectile dysfunction expert.
Yep.
They always have a guy with a weird job like this, don't they?
Mhm. Or like they'll have a girl who's like a mortician.
Also, we also never mentioned the question that all these guys got, which is, would you describe yourself as the party starter, the wingman, or the laid-back one? And they all basically like made a blend of that for their answer. Like every single one. They should have just nixed the question. Like don't put it down. It's completely pointless.
The Rose question was a better fucking question.
You're right.
Also, one of his best attributes is listed as first impression. What the fuck does that mean?
Openness, fun.
They're
Openness,
not
fun, first impression.
None of those are attributes.
I don't think he understood the question.
No.
Maybe he's not a native English speaker.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah,
possible.
he definitely looks very foreign.
Like
Maybe he's
Latvian.
from Transylvania.
He is definitely a vampire. But the worst part of Evan is at the end. Do you consider yourself a romantic, and why? And he says, yes, I believe I'm in touch with my sexual energy, and it's very powerful and beautiful, and I'm going to barf everywhere.
His deal breakers are great too.
It's too bad real sex not anymore. This guy.
Girls with chip nail polish, girls who talk too much, narcissists, clingers, girls who have serious food allergies. He's really listing off some deal breakers for a guy who, like, I don't really think there's a long line waiting for.
Nope.
You shouldn't have that many deal breakers, bro. You aren't good enough to have that many. You get one.
Yeah, but he's so creepy. He's gonna last a few episodes.
I don't know though. I feel like
Or you think
guy,
he's just good through like the second commercial break?
I feel like he's good just to like as long as they get him to say his occupation on the show, he's done his job.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
I hope he makes a boner joke like at his like initial like meeting of her. Like if he makes a boner joke, if he just only makes boner jokes all the time, I'm in on this guy. But I don't think that's going to be the case.
People with jobs like that never have a sense of humor about it.
No, he's going to be super serious about it, and he's going to be a huge dick about it.
Wasn't there like a sex therapist on like the last one?
Probably. There's always somebody who's like something to do with relationships or sex, and they inevitably know nothing about relationships or sex.
Absolutely. All right. Well, so we have our picks.
Mm-hmm.
Before we let you go, since we have you on, and there's a current episode of the challenge, we just need to. If we've been on, this is a long one here. So you got any hot takes here on this season's Rivals 3 so far?
Tony Raines needs to be on every challenge for the rest of the time, not only because he is a crazy fool, but also because he's got a gigantic growing family to support. He already has 2 kids. They're like 4 months apart.
Yeah, I just assume anybody he sleeps with on the show is going to be pregnant.
He's definitely going to have a kid with Jessica McCain soon. And I'm just waiting for like Bananas and Sarah and Nani and Wes to do anything.
Yeah, I think they're just laying in the
The
weeds.
veteran move now is just to wait. The veteran move.
But in my mind, there's no way Bananas and Sarah don't win this, especially because she's said on her podcast that she's really for sure done with challenges, which in my mind means she won this one.
I think it's either them or Vince and Jenna.
Yeah. Jenna is so sneaky good at this stuff.
Yeah, unless they have to drink something.
They have to drink like milk.
She says to drink
terrified
milk.
of anything that's not like Kool-Aid and
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a solid season. Actually, I like the little twist here with their elimination.
I love that.
You gotta put more people up. It's a little riskier.
Mm-hmm.
Makes more people mad at more other people. I like that.
I know. It makes me sad that they never thought of doing that before. I do not like TJ's new catchphrase, "Make it happen." It's pretty weak. And he's clearly I know you're like, I think he's just saying it, and he just feels like saying it a lot. Like, he's clearly trying to get away from killing it and get it done.
It's a new thing. Kill it.
Make it happen.
You just embrace kill it.
Right.
It should be like it should be his hashtag.
Yeah, you should just say it all the time.
It should be a shirt he wears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should sell it on johnnybananas.com or whatever.
Are you kidding? Teach definitely has his own clothing line. Like, I don't know that for a fact. Actually, I have no knowledge of that. I just assume a guy like TJ Lavin has his own clothing line.
Yeah, I'm sure he does.
And every guy in who's been involved with extreme sports at any point in their life has their own clothing line.
Yeah, it's called Head Rush Apparel.
See, it's if you are wherever a semi-professional BMX skateboarder, surfer, maybe not rollerbladers, but any of those things, you got your own clothing line.
There's also something called Torque Sports and Performance.
Maybe
or you have a deal, like an exclusive deal with a company like the Broncos used to with EMS.
Yeah, it's one of the bigger companies. You don't have really your own clothing line, but it's under an umbrella, but it just has your label on it or something.
Mm-hmm.
How good was he? He was.
I think he was good.
He's
I knew who TJ Lavin was before he hosted a challenge.
But Dave Miro was better than TJ Lavin.
R.I.P.
Dave Miro had a video game.
That's why I know that.
I assume that too, because Dave Miro had a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just died. He had CTE,
he died a couple months ago.
Did he kill himself?
Yeah.
I think he had CTE.
Yeah. He had, and that's what, who else has CTE now? Oh, OJ. That everyone was talking about CTE, at the same time.
Yeah.
Mira, and then,
OJ definitely has CTE, right?
Right.
Let's be on our next week of.
That's right around the OJ went crazy. OJ did that stuff right around the age where you go really crazy with it.
Yeah. Top 10 guys with CTE next podcast.
No, you guys really need to do that fictional hangouts one. You talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I got really excited about it.
Yeah, I think we should. Actually, I think that'll be a good one.
You should
just do fictional professions.
That was a while ago.
They all run together. When we went through our list, we had.
Oh no!
Oh,
no, Brendan's broken.
I think Brendan's broken. We've had so much technical difficulties with this podcast. We've already made our lists.
Yeah.
I think this is as good a time as any just to end this. Brendan can leave. He's like a weird making faces at me. I can't. He can't talk. But thank you, Carly, once again coming on.
Thanks, guys.
And everybody, thanks for listening. Share our stuff on Facebook and like our page and stuff. And subscribe on iTunes and stuff like that, and Stitcher or Google Play. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Aww.